Practices that guarantee burden to the planet guarantee burden to the planet. When we discard plastic in the garbage, we have a tendency to completely forget about it. We are not to be blamed for this. Ultimately, given the societies we live in, we don't really have to think twice about the plastic we discard. While we should, we don't have to, and those who do not care are not forced to regard, or more importantly, those who do not care are not punished for their disregard. It goes out of sight and out of mind. In the current society and zeitgeist, it would be an abstraction to contemplate the unravelling path of an arbitrary piece of plastic, especially when we use so much of the substance. Who would think twice about this small candy wrapper that's in the garbage? There are thousands, millions of others. There's a plastic bottle right there, inside of a much larger plastic bag. Why should I care about this tiny plastic wrapper? Won't it take more energy to worry about this wrapper than not? Ultimately, for us individuals, yes, because of the current society we live in. Society as a whole is plastic crazy and uses it frivolously for almost everything. This makes sense for some things. Plastic is sterile, durable, easily manipulated, and extremely survivable to most conditions. Despite its practicality and short-term success, the long-term ramifications are where questions arise from. If we were to take account of every single piece of plastic we create, consume, and waste, while consuming at the rate we do, we would be very concerned, which we should be. But such consideration would be impractical to those who do not care about greater life more than they care about their own common luxuries and way of life. It wouldn't only be impractical, it would be unreasonable and counter-logical for said individual. Some people's habits are so deeply ingrained that they would view such changes as a crime against what they've come to know as their way of life. In all of the nightclubs and bars I've worked in, I've had to use single-use PET, or plastic one cups, to serve drinks on a daily basis. PET is the most commonly used and easily recyclable plastic. Despite PET being one of the easiest plastics to recycle, none of these establishments made any attempt to recycle a single cup. Selling hundreds to thousands of drinks a night while offering only garbage cans, these businesses did not give customers the chance to recycle or reuse such cups, meaning the customer's only option was to throw away the plasticware when finished with their 16-ounce drink. Thus, such plastic was destined to become litter somewhere. Although the plastic could have been recycled, it was not. No attempt was made to recycle it, and therefore it is as if the option of recycling had never existed, since the ramifications are the only outcome. When no attempts are made, the full damage is felt by those underfoot. When no attempts are made, we disregard the consequences which do not fall upon our shoulders. If the cup happens to land in the ocean and falls to the bottom, suffocating part of a reef, the physical ramifications are going to be felt regardless of if that cup could have been recycled. Unfortunately, in this event, the business that originally profited off the cup is facing a completely different direction, continuing such practices and making more and more money as a mountain of unseen plastic begins to accrue beneath their feet. These types of business practices guarantee that damage is done to the planet. Even if such a product isn't necessarily harmful, the system behind them partakes in practices which are harmful, thus causing the use of such a product to become harmful. Once a practice and product become harmful, it will obviously cause harm.